Masterminds, it's Zack Applewhite here. Early morning. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about the ever alluring topic of finances. And finances are really on my mind today because I'm coming to the end of the year and I just wrapped up a Kickstarter. And I'm at the point of my journey where my expenses have ballooned because we're making a lot of personal investments. The art for my wife's books aren't cheap, and we want to secure that art because, worst comes worst, the artist gets hit by a bus. We want as much art on hand as possible, and so that's a security blanket for us. So I've also had to make personal investments, and I want to keep track of how I'm recouping those investments. Now, not everyone's at that level, and I'll say that for the first like 10 Kickstarters, probably, or maybe even more, I did not track my finances very closely. I knew that I was profitable because I was barely, if ever, shipping anything. When I did ship things, I tracked it very closely, but once the Kickstarter was over, I just put all the money into a pile and I said, look, the pile's getting bigger. And it did, and that allowed me to make the investments I'm now able to make further down the line, or to have the confidence to make bigger personal investments, because book inventory is its own whole video. But the point being is that there will come a point that, as a lot of you have started to complete your Kickstarter, you're gonna get your next one, and you're building the micro Kickstarter rungs to the ladder to the thing that you want to really go to. And as you get closer to that thing down the line, I want you to think about one, starting an LLC. And that's just a limited liability corporation. Do all your own research. It's really easy. It was like less than $100 for me to file within my state. Every state's individually different, but it was not very difficult. Then you'll have an EIN number, which is an employee identification number. That I think was like $20, $40. All right. And that allowed me to get a business account. And the business account allows me to put all my expenses and all my revenue in there. And that's going to make my taxes easier down the line. It's going to make me keeping myself accountable easier, because I did need to invest in personal money. I felt very good about it because I've been doing this, and I wanted to have all this awesome art early on, and a lot of it. And so I was willing to make that personal investment, but it allows me to keep track of it, pay myself back later, and it doesn't cost anything once you have everything set up. At least with my bank, there's no monthly fees, there's no craziness at all, and everything can come in and out of that particular card. And for this year, I'm really thankful I did it. I also keep track of everything in an Excel spreadsheet, and I've been doing that since I think late 2019, and it has been very humbling, and very, very glad that I'm doing that, because I have a very realistic view of what my revenue is, what my expenses are, where I need to clean things up, where I'm making mistakes, and where I'm doing really well. And I wanted to take this moment to pause and say that to you, because we all have different relationships with money. We all have different experiences. We all have different backgrounds. And I wanted to kind of share mine as like what makes me comfortable and what helps make me a better arbiter of my own finances, especially of my business finances, is keeping close track of every in and out, which, hey, is probably less than 200 transactions a year. All right. At least with what my payouts are, because while I might sell 40 books at an event, I only get one payout because I'm selling it through Shopify. Different conversation. But the point being is that I want you to think about it. You probably don't need to take action right away. You probably don't. For many people in this group, you've probably only done one or two Kickstarters. For those of you who are further down the line, or who are ramping up to something really big, I want you to take the consideration of go ahead and get in that official LLC. Go ahead and get that employee identification number. You don't have to hire anybody. You don't need an employee. We have no employees. All right. It's just to help you with the banking side of things, and go from there. I wish I could tell you how to do taxes, but Kaylin does those. So that's going to have to be up to you for now. All right. Thank you all. Have a great day, and best of luck out there. Keep creating. I'm terrible at sign-offs. Bye.